All right, what is going on, everybody? It is Ranger Marcus, or Marcus Rehrman, and we are back for part 2 of my Georgia highlights. If you haven't seen part 1 with snakes, go check it out. But if you already did, let's get straight into part 2.
Hold up right just a second.
Here's the first turtle of the night, an eastern mud turtle. Another lifer for me. We're all looking for rainbow snakes, and we got a Florida softshell turtle. Pretty cool find, second one of the week.
All right, we got a turtle here. This is the common snapping turtle, a lifer for me.
Yeah. Goodbye. Sorry. Here's a look at this guy under the water. True dinosaur. This guy is probably super old. It's a huge common snapping turtle. I was just able to hold it, and it's very difficult. They have huge claws there. Their bite force on their mouth is just like an alligator. It's crazy. So 2 days in a row, I find something pretty cool. We got a little gopher tortoise. What is this guy doing? So on our prescribed fire here, Nick found a box turtle. This is my first ever box turtle. So we're checking out the end of our burn, and we got a river cooter here. My first ever river cooter. This was a prescribed burn from a few days ago. Yep. All right, we are still cruising for snakes, but we just cruised up to this huge slider here. Popping out for us. We're gonna move this guy across the road and keep looking. First thing I'll show you guys is this little box turtle that we got, an eastern box turtle with some really nice yellow coloration. Look at the red eyes there too. So Ryan and I were going to play some golf, and we just cruised up this soft shell turtle. It's my first ever soft shell. So Caleb spotted this guy in the water. This is a musk turtle. Pretty sure it's a common musk turtle. Haven't seen one of these guys in a while, which is really cool. This is about as big as they get. All right, so this is our little chicken turtle that we just found. This guy was swimming in the water. We've seen this guy a couple times now, but really cool find as always to find a chicken turtle here. And another chicken turtle. This is the second one of the night. All right, so this is, we think, the fourth one of the night. There you go. So this right here, guys, is the gopher tortoise. This is one of the animals that we see a lot here on the preserve. It is endangered here in Georgia. It is not federally listed, but these guys are super cool. They can make their burrows up to 20 to 30 feet down into the ground and almost 10 to 20 feet deep into the ground.
So cute.
So once again, we have another prescribed burn, and 2 days in a row now, we have a eastern box turtle. So I got a little bit of water and doused him off with some water, but look at how crazy cool this patterning is. These sliders are so cool. He was on the move. Another gopher tortoise for the video. This one has a huge scoot right there. That is definitely a male. Really cool. And here is a little angle of the ventral side here. There's the box turtle. Probably the coolest ventral side that I've ever seen on a box turtle. And this right here is a baby chicken turtle. This may be a different one than we've seen here before. This is a really nice find here in Georgia. This is my first one that I've ever seen not in a burrow. Ryan and I were surveying out here looking for diamondbacks, and we pulled up on this gopher tortoise in the middle of the road. All right, we got our prescribed burn right here. And this gopher tortoise has found a clay burrow here. Not very deep and not very sturdy, so I'm not sure why it chose clay instead of regular sand, but kind of interesting. Okay, this is completely in situ. I did not stage this. 2 box turtles getting it on. I won't explain anymore. But this is probably something that you don't get to see that often. Looks to be a really cool looking box turtle. That's cool. The box turtle. Looks like this yellow-bellied slider is actually a female. It is a mom, and it's looking to lay eggs right here in the middle of this road. All right, here's a look at a green frog that Ben just got.
Is that the green boy? That's the green boy. Southern leopard frog. I didn't even realize. Oh, he's pretty too. I'm getting my camera. Oh, whoa! Anybody else? Whoa! Oh, gopher frog.
And here's a little spring peeper. This one's a nice looking red one. Got some pink to it as well. Alright, so this is the southern leopard frog. This one has some really cool green to it. The greenest one and brightest one that I've seen so far. Look at this cool one. This one's got a sweet red stripe on its back. Look at this guy. We have a southern leopard frog. Another day, another pine woods tree frog. Ain't nothing new. So I've been trying to figure out a really weird noise tonight that I haven't heard out here before, and it turns out it is an eastern narrowmouth toad. There are frogs everywhere. There's this one here. There is a narrowmouth toad right there. There is a cricket frog right there. They are everywhere. Now I swear I did not place this frog right there, but I think that's a squirrel tree frog, and it's just chilling on top of this thing right above the water. All right, we got a little barking tree frog right here on this prescribed burn. It's a pretty good looking one. It's got a really cool eyeball there. Not sure what kind of tadpoles these are, but there are a lot of them. And the first herp, we have a little cricket frog. I think what I found here is a Cope's gray tree frog, which is a lifer for me. And a little leopard frog. A good looking one too. Honed in on this guy calling, and we got a eastern spadefoot toad. A little pine woods tree frog here was escaping the fire, so I'm gonna put it on the other side of the unit where it will be safe. Look at that cool patterning right there on the back of its legs.
There we go.
And our first toad out here. Pretty sure this is a southern toad. Got a little spring peeper right here. Right under the water. Just its eyes are above the water right here. Here's a frog for you. I think this is a southern chorus frog. And right before we were about to leave, 2 eastern spadefoots right here are in Amplexus. This female, this big female on the bottom, and this male on top.
And our first herp here, a little ornate chorus frog. This guy was croaking a couple seconds ago, but now he's not. Oh, and it went away. We got 2 ornate chorus frogs right here, also doing their thing. Okay, so right here is a little grass frog. It's a new species for me.
And another freaking toad.
They all look like this.
It's like the 4th one. This is the best looking one so far though. And to finish the night, we have found a Cuban tree frog, which I'm pretty sure are invasive, but very cool looking frog. It has a huge head proportionate to its body. Got some really big toes there. Really cool frog. Good way to end the night. First herp of the night, we got a pine woods tree frog. There's that barking tree frog there, and right there is a little cricket frog. There is a 6-line race runner right there, basking in the sun. Pretty cool. So this is kind of interesting. This is a Mediterranean house gecko. This is an invasive species, but this is my first ever gecko. Just flip this little brown skink. That guy right there. I'm gonna move him out the way and put this log back. Just flip this log right here. We got a juvenile broad-headed skink and another mole skink. This one with less of a pink tail, but another skink nonetheless. Just a little eastern fence lizard chilling out here in the open. It's got some nice patterning to it.
And our first herp is a green anole out here.
Herp of the day is this little brown skink. It was found under a little piece of tin. And this is why people call me the goat. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm pretty good at catching lizards. Caught this guy. This is a green anole. Okay, I did not know this. These guys change color. I had no idea. I mean, it was brown when I was first taking the video, and it is almost completely green now. All right, so Yinon and I just flipped a 5-line skink with a bunch of eggs right there, which is really cool. Something I have not seen in a very, very long time. And our first herp of the day is the southeastern slimy salamander. Flipped onto this log right here.
And the first central newt of the night. Kind of small individual. Lacks a little bit of coloration as well. It's still cool to find one. There.
There's a newt.
Noah's got a newt over there.
We'll grab him.
Oh, come here.
Come on, newt.
I've got him. Come here. Ta-da! Newt boy. Cool. Bye, Newt.
Look at this guy right here. I think this might be a female. Yeah, I think this is a female marbled. This one lacks a lot of the white coloration. I mean, it could be a female, not sure. It could just be really dirty. Yeah, this is the second marbled of the night.
Gotta get that pat on this boy. This guy has very few spots. Look at that.
Flipped another really, really good looking marbled salamander. Look at the super high white on that salamander. And it has like the aberrant patterning right there where it's not an actual band. This one's pretty cool. Well, this guy was in my hand, but this is a 3-lined salamander. You can clearly see the 3 lines there. It's got some yellow,
with the 3 black stripes. So Kevin just found our next salamander who's going crazy. This is a southern 2-line salamander.
Yeah.
Southern 2-line salamander. So that last one there had 3 lines. This one does not have that line that goes vertically. All right, so John and Nate just flipped this red salamander. It is my first ever red salamander here. This is a good looking one. Fairly small individual. You can see here, but it's got that nice red to it. All right, guys, first salamander of the night. We have a eastern tiger salamander. And here are 2 more tiger salamanders. This one you can see has a lot less variation. But look at that one. That one is really cool looking.
I got 3 tigers in my hand. This is a pretty small one. It's a good size one. Also a good size one. Very, very productive night.
Individual. So we got a beautiful individual here and a slimy salamander. And we also got one right there too.
Those are his eyes, but then all the little like pores on the face.
All those little dots.
And then you get.
In our first flip, we got a marbled salamander. Good looking one too. It's probably a male. I'm gonna take some pictures of this guy. And another cool flip here is an Ocmulgee slimy salamander. Also haven't seen one of these guys in a while. So I'm pretty sure that right there is going to be a newt, but it has the gills still. So it's still a metamorph. That's really cool.
Here's a very large eastern newt. This is a male with the large bolus there.
So you can see that white goop right there on the tail. And that's how they get their name, the slimy salamander, because that stuff, when they feel threatened, will ooze that white goo from their tail so that predators won't want to eat them.
Right here we got an eastern newt. This looks to be a male.
Our truck just broke down while we were going back to the shop. So I was exploring a little bit while we're waiting for the tow truck. And I flipped the roadside board and there was a marble salamander under it. And our first dwarf salamander of the night. Wow!
Marbled. Yeah. Marbled and a slimy. All right, this is our first eastern tiger salamander of the night. This one kind of looks like a spotted salamander just because of the patterning, but yeah, this is a tiger salamander. Cool looking individual. Hopefully we can find some more. So here's an eastern tiger in my hand. You can hear all the chorus frogs in the background. You can tell this is a male right here. It's got really big bullies right there.
Here is the release.
This is the last tiger salamander of the night. Look at how good that camera is right there. Very weird looking eyeball. Yeah, this one's pretty good, man.
Well, about 5 minutes after I caught that green anole, I just flipped my first salamander here. I am not gonna lie to you, I do not know what kind of salamander this is.
We got another dwarf salamander. All right, we just flipped this little 2-line salamander right here. Pretty cool. Saw one of these guys earlier this week.
I got all of them in my hand now. This big one is clearly the mama, and these 3 are probably small babies. These little guys, especially that one right there.
Well, it took us a whole 30 seconds to find the first one. Nick and I are gonna photograph this one while Kevin is out over there somewhere looking for salamanders.
Here's a better look of the marbled salamander here. Man, those bands on the back are really cool. This looks to be a male. Even in May, I can still see, which is really cool. I love seeing salamanders late in the year.
There's a gator right there.
There is a gator right there. Little baby gator.
Look at that guy. That was my first ever gator. That guy is incredibly small. You can see his body right there and his tail. It's probably only a foot or two long.
Well, that dude right there just popped out of nowhere. That's a little baby alligator. That's pretty sick. Man, it's got a cool like golden shine to it. This is only like the 5th alligator I've ever seen. I'm gonna see if I can get closer without it getting in the water. Yep, I knew it. There was gonna be a huge gator back here. That is a huge gator. Oh my God. I came back here because I saw that board, but that like white thing was in the way. Huge gator. Dude, that is so sick. There's an armadillo right here at our salamander spot. He was looking at me, and I was walking away. So Ryan and I were golfing. We got 2 baby armadillos right here. First time I've ever seen baby armadillos before. So it turns out it's just a little baby deer. A little fawn. That is a pretty cool looking fish right there. Man, got that really cool orange underbelly. That's cool. I'm gonna throw this guy back. So we got the burn right here, and I got a little baby chick in my hands. Not a reptile like you guys are usually used to, but kind of cool. Nick just spotted an owl while we were cruising, right up there. Just want to show this beautiful habitat here. This is where all the snakes are, gopher tortoises, pretty cool. First ever look at the Atlantic Ocean. Woo! In the Blake Cave.
East Coast, Beast Coast, baby!
This sandhill landscape is also looking fantastic for spring. Everything's turning green here. Looks great. Here's a look at the habitat that we're looking through today. This is some of the habitat that we're looking at here. Very swampy with a cool looking boardwalk.